All right, boys. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're having a look at the match result. Manchester United won, Atletico Madrid won. Going to be a quick one. This. Strangely, throughout the match, I was watching this with my father, and I was saying throughout the match, to win this match, we're going to have to be defensive. And being defensive, we're going to be more attacking. Most people that watch football don't really get that a lot of attacking comes from actually defending properly, building from the back, and it's why you'll now see these modern managers subbing on left backs, right backs, full backs, sometimes doing full back swaps. They might be 1-0 down and you make a full back swap. And the whole time during the first half, we were giving the ball away, giving the ball away, giving the ball away. And I was sat there, it was about the 12th minute, and I said, we must have given the ball away about 15 times already. And I was thinking, surely not, but my eyes aren't deceiving me. I must have given the ball away at least more than one a minute. Come the end of the first half, we'd given the ball away 50 times, more than one a minute. And you cannot be that sloppy. And the reason we're that sloppy is because no one's making any options for each other. And we have a bit of a, I don't want to say a cheating midfield, but a bit of a cheat midfield in the sense of Pogba doesn't really offer too much defensively or attacking in a lot of games. He looks a little bit lax, a little bit like the game's not that serious. Bruno's always quite high up and he plays these risky passes. The last match he had 40 odd percent pass completion, got a goal and assist, but 40 odd percent pass completion's crazy. It's like suicide football. And we're 1-0 down, and I kept saying that the reason we conceded the goal was because of De Gea. And just basically saying what you want about. How can you say that the reason we've conceded is De Gea? The very first video on my channel, I did say I've got a De Gea agenda. I don't think he's good. You see all these people putting them in a team of the year. If I was building a team for the Prem and you could pick one person from each team, I'd put De Gea in there, etc. What I'm telling you, watch the game properly, right? And watch the first minute. There's a ball and Maguire horrendously heads it out for a corner. There's no reason for him to head it out for a corner. That's De Gea's fault. You might say, why? Why is that De Gea's fault? Watch it. David De Gea, 1,000,000% could have sprinted out, shouted right behind it. There's no one there. You're clear, blah, blah, blah. Leave it. It's mine. And he catches it and he calms everything down. It doesn't. Immediately sets into panic mode. 2 minutes later, he boots the ball out for like a real close throw-in slash just before the corner. We end up conceding a corner off that. And off the corner we concede, the ball gets fizzed in. And Maguire, you could say is the mistake, probably is, because definitely he's onside level with his man and he should be leaning on him, putting pressure on him. If he knows he's beaten for pace or he can't quite get there, you have to do something to put the striker off. He doesn't. But again, the reason we're conceding these chances is because of De Gea's ball playing possession. It's not a myth. People like to say, oh, well, the reason he doesn't fly out is this and this and the angles of the percentages. Look, you need to be more proactive as a keeper. LVG tried to make him do it and he couldn't. Watch the footage properly, man. And people keep saying, oh, well, without De Gea, you'd be X amount of goals down. You'd be X position in the table. They're trying to make it out as if the option is De Gea in net or no keeper. You can buy a world-class keeper. You can go and buy Kepa from Chelsea. We would not be further down the table with Kepa in net. I guarantee it. The thing is, this match is not a let's rant at David De Gea because he didn't do too much wrong. I'm not going to blame it all on De Gea. But the first half, it set the tone. And then we never got going. I think Pogba was very poor. I think Luke Shaw, I keep saying about Luke Shaw, the full-backs, they make the attacker make the pass. That's what people don't understand. If you've ever played football and you've ever had the ball at your feet, if you've got the ball in midfield and I was a winger, you make that run and you sprint your arse off down that wing line. I don't know why I just said wing line. Down that touch line. The person will fizz the ball into you. And if not, they'll think, I should have played him and he was legging it. And if you're still legging it and you're legging it, they don't play the ball and you'll start to tell them and that ball will start to come. Luke Shaw never drives at the bloke with any real oomph. There was a moment, I'd love to be able to show you, but copyright, I can't. There was a moment where Luke Shaw went to do the overlap And then he slowly trotted back and back and back and back. And Pogba got the ball in the centre in midfield. And if Luke Shaw was still hugging that touchline, Atletico would have had to spread out wide, or basically Luke Shaw would have had a free ball and a cross. But because he looked up and he saw, oh, Luke Shaw's going back and back and back, they really narrowed in because he didn't offer any width or anything that match. And we go in 1-0 down, and I'm thinking nothing's going to change. Ronaldo's getting pissed off because he's thinking we're going out the Champions League if this carries on. And what happens is we make some subs and the energy comes in. Matic plays a ball through, and it's through ball to Bruno that's just a pixel offside. But you think to yourself, if we had a player that could make that pass and play 90 minutes, we would be such a better team. But we don't have that player. People think that guy's Pogba. Pogba ain't that guy, bro. He might be for France. For Man U, he's never going to be that guy. We should have got rid of him under Jose when Jose wanted to get rid of him. Mata. If Mata came on, I guarantee you Mata would have done something where you go, he can do something that no other player can. Now, chances are he wouldn't have had a yard of space and he'd have been crunched and he wouldn't have done anything. But I'm telling you, if he did, for some reason there was a moment in the game that had a couple of yards of space, you'd have said, that bloke's a quality player. I wish we had him when he was younger. There's too many players at Man U that they don't just quite do enough. Paul Pogba in midfield today, it's meant to be like Champions League, this is your moment, step up. He had me missing Scott McTominay because about energy. Rashford gets put through like Alanga did. Head down, he's leathering it into the keeper's chest. Alanga, you could say he scuffs it, but he focuses on getting it away from the keeper because the keeper gave him the opportunity, and he gets it right into the corner and we score. And I think after the subs, all the subs came off sulking. Rashford, Shaw, Pogba, they all looked really pissed off. What can you say? The subs made the difference. If we start with that team, I think we win the game. I wish Ranić was going to be our full-time manager. I don't want Poch at all. I think he knows what he's doing. If he was allowed to manage properly, I think he'd be picking a different team. It's very evident. I saw Paul Scholes and Rio going, if I'm those right backs, I'm pissed off because I don't think they rate me. Well, we don't rate them because Wan-Bissaka and Dalot aren't that great. That's why. They spoke throughout the game, the pundit saying like, oh, he's playing Lindelof at right back who can't pass. Lindelof's probably our best passer of the ball. I thought Varane was very shaky early on. But all I want to say about the game is it's a good result. We can go to Old Trafford and win it. But we have to be allowed to pick the winning team. We have to be allowed to pick the team that is the best team. And that means sometimes dropping your stars because they're not actually stars. They're just in name. Rashford, unfortunately, he's just not doing it, bro. He's certainly not doing it on the right wing. But again, the problem is, well, who else do you play on the right wing? Don't really have anyone. It's either Lingard, who's not that great. But the point is, the subs made the difference. Ranić managed it well, I think. Difficult place to go. I'd have liked to have seen Ronaldo get more involved, but Mane was being chopped down, he was being fouled, and we couldn't get the ball going because we couldn't control the midfield. So I just think the midfield offered no energy in passing. So yeah, I think that's what I've got to say about the game. I enjoyed it. Yeah. All right. If you enjoyed this, leave a comment, leave a like, leave a thumbs up. See you in the next one.